Welcome. Today we journey to the heart of New Zealand, a land sculpted by nature into breathtaking beauty. Our focus, the lakes, scattered like jewels across the islands, each a mirror to the sky and a keeper of ancient stories. We'll explore their vibrant colours, the peaks that guard them, and the profound silence that surrounds. Imagine standing at the water's edge, crisp air in your lungs, mountains reflected in glassy blue. Picture a night sky so clear the stars feel within reach. This is more than a tour. It's an invitation to connect with the spirit of these magical places. Our journey begins at Lake Tekapo, nestled in the heart of New Zealand's Mackenzie Basin, a place where the land seems to breathe with ancient stories and the air is crisp with possibility. This is a landscape shaped by glaciers, wind and time, where every view feels like a painting come to life. The lake's mesmerizing turquoise color is no ordinary blue. It's created by glacial rock flour, fine particles ground from ancient mountains by moving ice suspended in the water. When sunlight strikes these tiny minerals, it scatters into a luminous, almost surreal shade of blue that seems to glow from within, changing subtly with the angle of the sun and the shifting weather. All around, golden tussock hills roll gently toward the horizon, while the snow-capped peaks of the southern Alps rise in silent majesty. Tekapo is a place where vastness and intimacy coexist, a landscape that invites both awe and quiet reflection. Here, the grandeur of nature is matched only by its tranquility. On the lake's edge stands the Church of the Good Shepherd, a humble stone chapel built in 1935. Its altar window perfectly frames the lake and mountains, creating a living portrait that blurs the line between human spirit and natural wonder. For many, this church is a place of quiet contemplation, where the beauty outside becomes part of the soul within. As evening approaches, the sun dips behind the mountains, painting the sky in shades of gold, rose, and violet. The lake deepens to a rich sapphire, mirroring the changing sky above. It's a moment when time seems to slow, inviting you to simply watch and breathe. When night falls, Tekapo reveals its second, even more magical identity. The town sits within the Aoraki Mackenzie International Dark Sky Reserve, one of the largest and most pristine dark sky reserves on Earth. Here, artificial light is kept to a minimum, preserving the clarity of the heavens for all to see. Under this celestial canopy, the Milky Way stretches across the sky in a dazzling river of stars, joined by the ethereal Magellanic Clouds and countless constellations. The night sky here is so vivid, it feels as if you could reach out and touch the stars, each one a reminder of the universe's vastness and mystery. Stargazing at Tekapo is more than a pastime, it's a spiritual experience. As you gaze upward, you're connected not only to the cosmos, but to generations of people who have looked to these same stars for guidance, inspiration, and wonder. The silence of the night, broken only by your own breath, invites a sense of belonging to something far greater than yourself. Along the shore, gentle waves lap quietly, grounding you in the present moment. The cool night air, the scent of earth and water, and the endless sky above combine to create a sense of peace that is both grounding and uplifting. By day, Tekapo dazzles with its turquoise waters and sunlit hills. By night, it transforms into a celestial ocean, where the stars seem to float just above the surface. It's a place where two worlds meet, earth and sky, light and darkness, reality and dream. Lake Tekapo is more than just a destination. It's an invitation to wonder, a perfect beginning to our exploration of New Zealand's liquid treasures, where every moment is touched by magic and every view is a memory in the making. Next, we travel south to Lake Wakatipu, New Zealand's longest lake, carved by glaciers and surrounded by the jagged peaks of the southern Alps. The lake's unique shape causes a rhythmic rise and fall, a pulse, explained by science and celebrated in Maori legend as the heartbeat of a sleeping giant. On its shore sits Queenstown, the adventure capital of the world, buzzing with energy and framed by epic scenery. Here, thrill-seekers leap from bridges, jet boats race across the water, and paragliders soar above. Yet just beyond the town, serenity returns. drive toward Glenorchy for wild, untouched vistas that have inspired filmmakers and dreamers alike. Wakatipu is a place of contrasts, adrenaline and tranquility, legend and geology, bustling town and timeless wilderness. Whether you seek adventure or peace, the lake's deep blue waters and dramatic mountains offer both. To experience Wakatipu is to feel the vibrant, beating heart of the South Island. Our journey takes us to the heart of New Zealand's North Island, where the shimmering expanse of Lake Taupo stretches out before us. Covering more than 600 square kilometres, it is the largest freshwater lake in Australasia, so immense that standing on its shores you could easily mistake it for an inland sea. The horizon seems to melt into water, and the sheer scale of the lake is both humbling and awe-inspiring. But beneath this tranquil surface lies a dramatic story. Taupo's origins are explosive. This vast lake fills the caldera of a supervolcano, created by one of the most powerful eruptions our planet has ever witnessed. The eruption, thousands of years ago, was so immense that it changed the landscape forever, sending ash as far as China and painting the skies red across the world. Today, the lake's crystal-clear waters gently lap against beaches made of pumice, a reminder of its fiery past. Along the shoreline, geothermal vents bubble and steam, creating natural hot pools where visitors can soak and relax, surrounded by the raw energy of the earth. The air is tinged with the scent of minerals, and the ground itself seems to breathe with ancient heat. From this great lake, the mighty Waikato River is born. It surges out of Taupo, carving its way through the land and plunging over the spectacular Huka Falls. Here, more than 220,000 litres of water thunder past every second, creating a mesmerising display of raw, untamed power and sending up clouds of mist that catch the sunlight. For the Maori people, especially the Ngati Toharatoa Aiduai, Taupo is much more than a natural wonder. It is a sacred place, woven deeply into their history, legends, and daily life. The lake and its surroundings are rich with stories passed down through generations, and traditional ceremonies and performances still echo along its shores. One of the most remarkable cultural treasures here is the Mine Bay Maori rock carvings. Towering high above the water, these intricate carvings are accessible only by boat or kayak. They stand as a testament to the enduring connection between the Maori people and this land, blending art, heritage, and the natural world in a breathtaking display. Lake Taupo is also a playground for adventure seekers and nature lovers. Its vast waters are perfect for sailing, kayaking, and world-class trout fishing. At sunrise, anglers cast their lines into the misty lake, hoping for a legendary catch, while sailboats glide across the surface, their sails billowing in the fresh breeze. Beyond the water, a network of trails winds through ancient forests and volcanic landscapes, offering breathtaking views of the distant snow-capped volcanoes of Tongariro National Park. Mountain bikers and hikers alike are drawn to these paths, where every turn reveals a new perspective on this extraordinary region. Taupo is a place of grand scale and hidden depths, a landscape born of fire, now transformed into a haven of peace, adventure, and cultural richness. Here, the forces of nature and the spirit of the people come together, creating a destination unlike any other in the world. Back on the South Island, Lake Wanaka offers a quieter, more contemplative beauty. Carved by glaciers, its gentle mountains and clear waters invite you to slow down and simply be. The town of Wanaka reflects this calm, a haven for artists, adventurers, and those seeking a slower pace. The lake's most famous resident is the Wanaka tree, standing alone in Roy's Bay, a symbol of resilience and hope. Once a fence post, it grew against all odds, surviving storms and floods to become an icon of solitude and strength. At sunrise or sunset, the tree's silhouette against the mountains is a meditative sight. Wanaka is a gateway to wilderness hike Roy's Peak for panoramic views, or wander trails through forests and meadows, kayak on still waters, surrounded by silence and reflected peaks. Wanaka's beauty is subtle and soulful, a reminder that the most powerful experiences are often the most peaceful. Our final stop is Lake Pukaki, a pure cerulean expanse that seems almost otherworldly in its intensity. The water here glows with a surreal blue, drawing the eye and the imagination alike. Nestled at the foot of Aoraki Mount Cook, New Zealand's highest and most revered peak, the lake forms a natural gateway to the Southern Alps. The lake's electric blue hue is the result of glacial rock flour, fine particles ground from ancient mountains by moving ice, suspended in the water and scattering sunlight in dazzling ways. This vibrant colour contrasts perfectly with the snow-dusted peaks and rugged, rocky shoreline, creating a scene that feels both wild and harmonious. As you travel the road that hugs Pukaki's shore, each bend reveals a new, breathtaking perspective of Aoraki, its summit often wreathed in cloud or shining in the sun. Aoraki dominates the horizon, its presence both commanding and serene, a constant companion on your journey. Here, the landscape feels wild and untouched, vast stretches of open country where nature reigns and silence is profound. There are no towns along these shores, just endless space, the gentle lapping of water, and the hush of alpine air. Standing by the water's edge, you're dwarfed by the sheer scale of lake and mountain, a humbling reminder of nature's artistry and power. The weather here is ever-changing. One moment, the lake is a perfect mirror, reflecting Aoraki with crystal clarity. The next, swift-moving clouds shroud the peak in mystery, transforming the landscape in minutes. Though Pukaki is also a reservoir, harnessed for hydroelectric power, the signs of human engineering are subtle, almost hidden by the vastness of the scene. Human presence here is minimal, dwarfed by the overwhelming grandeur of water, sky, and stone. Many travellers rush past, eager to reach the famous trails and glaciers of Aoraki Mount Cook National Park. But to pause here, even for a moment, is to savour one of New Zealand's most profound and moving vistas, a place where time seems to slow and the spirit soars. When night falls, the lake becomes a mirror for the cosmos, reflecting the Milky Way and constellations in its inky surface. It's as if two universes exist, one above, one below, inviting you to lose yourself in the wonder of it all. Lake Pukaki is a fitting conclusion to our journey. Elemental, powerful, unforgettable. A place where the land, the water, and the sky come together in perfect harmony, leaving an imprint on the soul. Thank you for joining me on this journey through New Zealand's lakes. From Tekapo's celestial canvas to Wakatipu's pulse, Taupo's volcanic vastness, Wanaka's serenity, and Pukaki's alpine mirror, each lake tells its own story. These places remind us of the wild beauty our planet offers. If you've been inspired, please consider subscribing to support more journeys like this. I hope you'll one day stand by these waters, breathe the alpine air, and witness their magic for yourself. Until next time, keep exploring and never lose your sense of wonder.